So, okay, let me go to the question number 6. Part A, it says an independent and empowered social audit mechanism is an absolute must in every sphere of public service, including judiciary, to ensure performance, accountability, and ethical conduct. Elaborate. So it is around social audit, and it says social audit is also necessary in judiciary, a delicate topic, right? So what you can do with respect to question number 6A. Again, it is in administration. 6 and 7 units आप देखो वहां से emanate होकर आ रहा है, ये hybrid question है थोड़ा सा. So question number 6A, it says it rotates around social audit. Now what is this social audit? You see, social audit is nothing but it is evaluation or examination of programs, schemes, projects, etc. by the public to check that whether the records they match the ground realities. देखो वैसे तो सोशल ऑडिट के बहुत कॉम्प्लेक्स डेफिनेशन भी हैं, बट ये लिख दो काफी है, जीएस पेपर 4 है वैसे भी, राइट? इट इज नॉट पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ऑप्शनल पेपर. सो ये एक अच्छा डेफिनेशन है सोशल ऑडिट का. सोशल ऑडिट इज इवैल्यूएशन और एग्जामिनेशन of programs, schemes, projects, or scrutiny of programs, schemes, projects by the public to check that whether what the records are reflecting is what actually exists on the ground. So records are matched with, official records are matched with ground realities. Do you understand that? Now, you see that why social audit is important. First, social audit helps in creating or engendering citizen-centric governance. And you know that in good governance, citizen-centricity is an important component. So citizen-centric governance which encourages participation of people for scrutinizing or for evaluating or testing or examining government work. So that's one advantage. Second advantage of social audit is that social audit, this creates government accountability and makes democracy a real thing and not only a political philosophy. So it helps in development of grassroots level democracy. It helps in creating government accountability, right? Further, you see that because of social audit, the government officials are always at their toes, and that's why it also helps in optimal or optimum utilization of resources, and this also encourages the administrators to be innovative and creative. Social audit also helps in social transformation through social empowerment. It means think of people getting this authority to challenge the authority. That is nothing but social empowerment. Social empowerment is what ensures that people are the boss because it's a democratic setup. Social audit also brings in transparency and openness. It kills secrecy. And you know, secrecy is the reason for corruption at times. Though there are other reasons as well, but secrecy is definitely one reason for corruption. So, social audit helps in creating that. It helps in creating a transparent, open, participative system. Clear? And finally, if you see that social audit also, it helps in bridging, or it bridges the trust deficit between the people and administration. तो इतने तो फायदे हैं सोशल ऑडिट के. सोशल ऑडिट है क्या, ये पहले आप बता दो, फायदे बता दो उसके. And then you have to highlight the most delicate part of the question. And what is the delicate part? It says that including judiciary. तो जुडिशरी में सोशल अकाउंटेबिलिटी होनी चाहिए कि नहीं, या सोशल ऑडिट होना चाहिए कि नहीं. देखो, जुडिशरी, जब इंडियन जुडिशरी की बात होती है तो दो इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें हैं जो हमको हाईलाइट करनी है. फर्स्ट इज द अपॉइंटमेंट of judges. Now we have adopted the collegium system, right? And you see that in India, judges appoint judges. So though there is the doctrine of checks and balances and there is separation of powers, but you see that it has given almost judiciary a free hand regarding the appointment of the judges, and the doctrine of checks and balances has been diluted to that extent when we talk about appointment of judges through the collegium system. And you know that the National Judicial Appointment Commission, which was anyhow tinkering with the independence of the judiciary, has been abolished. It has been declared as unconstitutional and void by the Supreme Court. So again, the days of collegium system have been reincarnated in a different shape. The judiciary's major concern with respect to executive and legislature's interference in appointment, that such appointments could be politically motivated. Is this concern fair? Yes, it is fair concern, because we have seen in the past also, if you look at India's 30-40 years history, there has been some efforts to influence the judiciary by the executive and the legislature. Well, that happens in any country which has theory of separation of powers. Every wing try to attain more power than the other two. But you see that Supreme Court has stood as a bulwark, and Supreme Court's independence is necessary for protecting the civil liberties of the country and to protect the Constitution of India. That's why you see that here a way out could be social audit. Whatever the collegium recommends must be put in front of the people for their scrutiny, and let the public discourse being created around it. This would act as a check on the corruption if it happens in the judiciary also. Do you get that? So that is one way. Second is, you see, with respect to judiciary, there is something called contempt proceedings. Contempt proceedings are those where judiciary does not take any criticism at times. You see, these contempt proceedings could be misused as well by the judiciary. That's why you see that contempt proceedings often act as a roadblock to even constructive criticism. And because of this, you see that it blocks the doorway of any kind of constructive, positive criticism of the judgment guideline of the Supreme Court. The way out is again public scrutiny. Judiciary should not have any issue with respect to social audit, that how the people are evaluating the outcome, whether the judgment was based on merits or obviously these instruments would be revoked very rarely. Like, people will not come into the Supreme Court and evaluate every judgment of the Supreme Court, but definitely will act as a check on the minds of the judges who are contemplating with their decision. Definitely the judges are sitting at high constitutional positions and they are men of merit. They would never indulge into anything which is unconstitutional, because they are the bulwarks of the Constitution. But you know, human nature is weak, and therefore there could be some sort of inclinations which may even coerce or may attract some sort of immorality even in judicial behavior. And that's why public scrutiny would be a good check on this kind of misgivings. Do you understand that?